conclusions of the conference. Thank you, President. President not only of the conference, but also of the World President of UNIECO. Since I will conclude, I'm going to conclude presenting a proposal that has to do with UNI. So I think you're going to be involved. So first of all, thank you all. Thank you to I want to thank the organizers first. Well, firstly, I have to thank my collaborators, Gianluca, who's been involved, in the prior conference, but here too, as all the others, Massimo Stefani, and also the latest collaborators who just got here, who are at the desk since yesterday. We organized everything except for time. Maybe we could have organized transportation and hotels, restaurants better. Everything could have been done better. We also chose to come to a facility such as this one that is difficult to manage from a conference standpoint, but I think that principles are worth more. So the greatest effort we had to put into this is it was worthwhile, because we'll have a sustainable response for our future, the future of our children, so on and so forth. So thank you for coming. Thank you for sacrificing this Sunday, which could have been a day to rest or to spend as real tourists in Florence. And so thank you. And thank you for the surprises that you've brought, because one of the things we had not anticipated, these contributions that we got, for example, the intervention from Montenegro yesterday was an unexpected gift, and I think these are important. I'll try to be brief. Sometimes I bring out these lines or jokes, and this year we're kind of early with respect to the Thethering report prepared by the U.S. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, because in June we'll have the report from the State Department about human trafficking. And 2 years ago we started this survey regarding the child minor sex prostitution, trafficking of sexual abuse, and this conference will be over before the Ruby trial, but I suppose that in the next two versions or editions of the American report, we'll have to incorporate these dimensions. But if this is the dimension, you can imagine how much lies beneath this, about what is done. Think about what is done with the observatory and all this scientific survey. Well, this is a response with regard to this phenomenon at several levels. I think that what was being said yesterday by Anna Quartucci is a real summary of this initiation of this of the beginning of this project. We've created a group of islands. We have so many islands that are so specialized. They had no connection among them, or few connections, and we had the possibility. We managed to put together some of these islands, and there's still so many to come. So the objective is to share experiences and analyze what already exists, to rationalize it and systematize it, and offer this system, this tool system, this working tools along the entire chain, the supply chain, from economic sectors as the ones who operate in these trades, but also the services that are at the basis of these sectors within a concept of tourism, which I will not project, but that is an image that I am very fond of, because the tourism activates so many other sectors or activities who are apparently not touristic, but which in fact are. So this is a wide scope, and we tried to apply this along with the group ETLC by joining at least 3 unions. We know that this covers a large part of the tourism, but not all the industry is covered by this dimension. But we still want to act within this view of supply chain. The other interesting point that we'd like to develop through this project is this story of Apelle, who's an ancient Greek painter. He had prepared this picture. He drew a man with his tunic and everything, and a man from Sardinia comes by and tells him, "Oh, look, the tunic is made wrong. You have to do it like this, like that." So he takes it home. He takes the painting home. He fixes it and brings it out again, and then this tailor. The tailor comes back again and tells him, "Oh, look, the shoes are not right." He goes, "But you are a tailor. You're not a shoemaker, right? So I'll wait for the shoemaker to fix the shoes." So this is what we're doing here. I have no competence. I have no knowledge. So we need to have some in-depth analysis. Now, regarding the contract, regarding the drafting of the company contract, which must protect the workers about these phenomenons. Well, I do have some knowledge about that. I look at Fernando and the other colleagues from the union because we do have some knowledge, and that's where we have to act within our sector. About training, well, I have no knowledge. It is not my trade, so whomever deals with training will take care of that. The same applies to research. Now, each one will intervene based on his or her knowledge to collaborate, to construct this, to put together this mosaic, this puzzle. So we should join the energies from unions, enterprises, companies, because the other fundamental aspect that we're aiming at is to be an example, to continue or engage in a new dialogue wherever this doesn't exist among unions and companies. For example, today we have started a new dialogue among associations, which were probably in a dialogue but with no points in common. So we have created some points in common that could probably lead to others. We obviously work in 2 directions. We try to obtain tools also by using the correct words to protect minors, whether they are clients or potential clients or apparently so, or workers within the industries and sectors with different roles as far as we're concerned. We aim at being an instrument through this project which can implement the directive, the last slide showed by Stefano, which may implement national regulations, improve the existing ones, and enforce them wherever, and establish them wherever they don't exist, and implement the ethical codes in a holistic manner. The question raised by Stefano is emblematic. How can a company declare it is applying throughout the company or its trademark all the rights when, on the other hand, they cannot guarantee it to those who simply use a trademark? So we need this cross-check. This relationship between the union, the churches, the missionary churches are a crossing on information with this holistic vision. And then there's so many other things we need to do, agreements, so on and so forth. I want to conclude with 2 aspects. We have to expand to other networks that are also outside of Europe. I'm thinking about the experience we mentioned yesterday about CESI, Brazil, and the initiative in view of the Olympic Games and the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup. I'd like to also launch a piece of information on September 29th, the World Day for Tourism, CESI, starting in Rome, and the Brazilian embassy in Rome, in Piazza Navona, will launch this initiative against the exploitation of minors in tourism with respect to sports events. And this event, I think, will be also extended to other European Capitals by ECPAC. This is one of the initiatives during which we should continue to diffuse and circulate this initiative that we have undertaken. I want to conclude with a calendar and a proposal. The calendar is the one referred to the next events. I was saying that already as of next week, we'll have the tourism group of WITA, coordinated by Massimo Frattini, that will also address this issue, among others. I will present this project again next week in Bologna during a trade show similar to this one, the Terra Futura. Then we have some institutional deadlines or dates, whether union meetings or social dialogue until mid-June in Poland, still related to the traffic of minors connected to sports events, and I think that UEFA can still participate at a world level. Again, I wanted to mention an important union appointment, the Tourism for Life in Copenhagen. There we will put to vote this document presented by Massimo Frattini. On the 27th, it is the World Day for Tourism, and we will be concentrated in Rome for CESI. And then in October, at the European Forum for Tourism, we will hold our 4th restricted committee, to which you should know that ETF, François Ballesteros, has asked to participate, and if she were available, I would also ask Marina Monaco to participate, since she has expressed great interest for these issues. If she were able to participate, I'd be very satisfied, and I'm talking from a union standpoint, but on other fronts, Tata, ETPAC, and the other partners will also be participating. So in October, Vilnius, October 16th, because then on the 17th and the 18th, we'll have a conference. Lastly, I'd like to present a proposal, relying first of all on Gianluca. He's astonished because he doesn't know about this yet. He's our representative as FILCAMS in this restricted committee in the uni category regarding information technology. Today we had a brief outlook thanks to Stefano Landi, but he's telling us that the new front is represented by the Alta. You called them like that, right? So all these platforms and instruments to sell for the online sale of merchandise or whatever that are beyond any sort of law or regulation. There's one person who's absent today, Uni, and the touristic part of Uni is missing. They cannot respond to these needs. So I think that Uni should be involved. We cannot involve them from a touristic standpoint on the touristic front because they have internal issues. But I think that we have to try to involve Uni on the information technology front. We'll have a Uni conference in Rome the day after this project is concluded, because we've scheduled this in Brussels for November 20th to close the project. So on November 20th in Rome, we'll have a Uni conference. So I'm asking Uni, first of all, to participate as far as information technology to this project, and to integrate Safe Host, or at least the part of Safe Host illustrated by Stefano Landi, this part of the observatory, to this discussion during this conference, so that we can take this additional leap of quality. I always give more work to be done. You know this, and you didn't expect others. So I'm going to conclude with this further commitment. I thank everyone, specifically the technicians and interpreters. Enjoy your stay, and have a good trip, a safe trip home. 2 announcements. This gentleman here at the front, as far as we understood, he's one of the people who should be investigated because he has tripods and all this equipment. He promised that he's going to give us the film of the entire conference, translated into all the languages we used, so Italian, Hungarian, English and French. As soon as we have this instrument, we will diffuse it, circulate it, and the other information that you can that I'm providing is that lunch is ready, and you can step to the dining room.